Just starting to read the serve a little better now.
Gael Nadal.
Nice variation on the serve there.
Nadal leads by 5 games to none.
Nadal's focus and concentration has been absolute so far, and he leads 5-love. Barry, when you're in a situation like this, 5-love down, a big match, not performing well, what are some of the rituals that you can go through? What are some of the mind games you have to play with yourself to try and get back on track? Anything you can do out there apart from just hope?
Well, he needs to be aggressive. I mean, he might be the best athlete in the men's game, but you cannot defend against Nadal. I mean, if you allow Nadal to use his forehand, then you're going to get the same result day in, day out. Reel them off. Djokovic, Nadal, Djokovic, Murray, Federer, Monfils. You have to try and be aggressive, and of course it's difficult when you're nervous, and when you are feeling the pressure you revert to type. And the problem for Monfils in the past under real pressure is he spends too long behind the baseline, so he needs to force himself. He really needs to force himself to have a go. Needs a game here.
Time.
No one likes being shut out, no matter what standard of tennis you're playing. So Monfils will be desperate to get working in his favour sooner rather than later. Struggling to stay in this opening set.
Next.
So good at that, Nadal. Understanding when his opponent has to defend given the quality of his shot, and then just simply moves forwards and plays the short angle volley.
And this is one thing that separates him from a lot of the other players in and around the top 10, is that he hasn't been scared to attempt it. There's a lot of guys who have great groundies but just don't back themselves to finish it off at the net.
Talked about that a lot in his match with Gulbis, didn't we? Yep. Nadal did it, Gulbis wouldn't, couldn't, he was frightened to.
But had many opportunities to.
So, again, something that he needs to add to his game, and got to play good all-court tennis in this day and age.
40-50.
And of course, it's not the kind of volley that you're hitting lower for shoelaces with a lot of pace on. You know, it's generally coming back slow, and you just got to develop a little bit of feel. Short angle volley, as you like to call it.
Gael Monfils.
And of course, getting a lot of support from his fans and the neutrals. French have enjoyed themselves this
Nadal
week.
leads by 5 games to 1.
And of course, everybody would dearly love this match to be a competitive one, first and foremost, irrespective of the eventual outcome.
I think that was his fastest serve of the evening, so the arm's starting to loosen up.
So here's Nadal serving for the set.
Just a nothing return. second serve right in the middle of the box is just an open invitation.
Love.
Served intelligently, hasn't he?
That's a nice variation, keeping Monfils guessing all the time and not giving him that backhand return to get into a groove with, because of course that's his strongest. 3 seconds.
Game in set. Nadal.
Well, Nadal couldn't have wished for a better start. Smiles all around for all of those associated with his tennis, but of course it's a set that Monfils will want to forget very quickly indeed. 6-1.
Jan Michael Gamble watching this one in the studio for us here at beIN Sports. What happened? Where's the Gael Monfils we saw for the rest of this week?
I think honestly the better question is, where's the Rafa from this week? He started out this match a lot faster than he has any this entire week. He came out on fire. Just look at his stats. First serve points won at 75%, 76% on first serves in. You really can't compete with that when you're not getting enough points won on your own serve. Monfils down at 50% on first serve points won. That's nowhere near where it needs to be to compete with a Nadal. Rafa just started out not missing a ball. Those errors that were creeping into his game earlier this week aren't there today. That's why he's the champion too. It's pretty simple. He's got his focus. He's used these matches this week before to hone it, and he's just playing great today.
And what does Monfils have to do differently in this second set? First of all, to even make this close, but more importantly, to get himself back into this and level this match up.
Boy, Gael's going to have to return a lot better. He's going to start having to do at least make some inroads on the Nadal serve, and he's going to have to up his own. He's missing too many forehands. He's just getting run around from the back of the court. This is the opposite of how I thought it might start out if Monfils was getting to have a chance. Nadal is the one cutting off all the angles, moving it on the court, taking advantage of the short balls, even whipping that little ball up the line. Unbelievable how well Rafa today is hitting the ball. He's not even giving Monfils a chance here. There he is cutting off another volley. It's what he's doing so well on the hard courts nowadays. It's really one-sided right now. Gael's going to have to turn this around, forget the first set even happened.
Psychologically, he must hold serve in this first service game, presumably.
Gael must hold serve. Absolutely.
Let's see.
He's got to keep this close. He's got to start out close. He can't have another, deficit like he had in that first set.
Will he? Or will Rafa just blow him away here?
I don't see Rafa slowing down. It's going to be up to Monfils to really change something. Start slicing some balls. Hit some high balls. Get to the net. Do something to really kind of change this up. He's going to have to start executing that forehand a lot better.
Okay, Rafael Nadal, one set away from ending his duck here in Doha, winning a season-opening event for the first time in his illustrious career. This will be the 61st title of the world #1's career. Can he do it? Let's get back to our commentary team of Robbie Cody, Jason Goodall and Barry Cowan.
So tuning in, Jason and I want to know, where did Nadal win his first title? In what country did that take place? His very first.
And have some pride.
Second set.
Don't just get on the computer and look it up. See if you can think back.
Yeah, let us know. Of course, my Twitter handle @RobKoenig_tennis. In which country did Nadal win his very first title is the question.
So Monfils with an awful lot of work to do here, serving with the new balls to get the second set underway.
If you weren't with us at the very start of the match, Jason highlighted that if he were to win the title, he would jump ahead and own the 8th place on his own in most titles won, ahead of Andre Agassi. Currently tied with Andre at 60 titles.
30 now.
Much better from Monfils, and obviously he's got the advantage of serving with new balls as well. By the way, guys up there, it's a great question. I think you've got me stumped.
40 love.
I will have a go though later on, and I won't cheat.
We'll come to you first.
Gael Monfils.
Well, that's a much better start, and Monfils now will perhaps be able to use that as a platform from which to work,
First
build up
game,
the confidence. That's the beauty of our scoring system. You know, in soccer you're 3-0, 4-0 down at half-time. Got very little chance to turn that around, but in tennis you can draw a line in the sand and start to compete to the best of your ability at the start of each and every set.
Yeah, and of course, I think it's got to start, especially with the return of serve. Nadal has served so cleverly, intelligently to the Frenchman so far. You can see a lot of body forehand serves on the due side, but even more so on the ad side, the left foot, as you look at the screen. And of course, he's making a lot of first serves as well. So that's proved very troublesome. And there's just enough variety with the backhand and the backhand body on the due side. So I think he's got the balance spot on. He realizes the Frenchman returns.